And in the world. Volcanoes, unbelievable true stories. There's a tiny island off the coast of Sicily, so strange, so violent, so ancient, that the Romans believed it was literally the chimney of a god's forge. And they weren't entirely wrong. This is Volcano. And these are four of the most extraordinary things that ever happened there. An island born sea. In 183 BC, Roman sailors witnessed something that defied explanation. Right next to the island of Volcano, the sea began to boil. Then it began to erupt. And then, slowly, impossibly, a brand new island rose out of the water. They called it Vulcanello. It wasn't there before, it simply appeared. Ancient writers documented it in dramatic style. And why wouldn't they? This wasn't a metaphor. This wasn't mythology. This was land being born in real time, right in front of human eyes. Vulcanello kept erupting on and off for the next 1,700 years. And eventually, its lava flows merged it to the main island, where it still sits today as a peninsula. A whole piece of Italy literally didn't exist until the Romans watched it emerge from the Mediterranean. That's not a legend, that's geology. The crater that was a crematorium. Long before the Greeks arrived in the Mediterranean, long before anyone called this island Vulcano, it had a very specific purpose. It was a cemetery. The ancient people of the Aeolian Islands brought their dead here, not to bury them, to burn them inside the volcano's crater. To the Greeks who came later, this place was Hephaestus's forge, the workshop of the god of fire and blacksmiths, tended by the Cyclops. To the Romans, it was even starker, the gate to hell itself. They weren't being poetic. They were looking at a crater that had been used as a furnace for the dead for generations before they arrived. Hot gases still hiss from the ground here today. The sulfur smell clings to your skin for hours after your visit. It's not hard to understand why ancient peoples thought something otherworldly lived beneath it. The eruption that named every volcano on Earth. In August 1888, Volcano did something it hadn't done in nearly a century. It woke up. For almost 2 years, the Fossa crater hurled massive lava bombs, some the size of cars, across the island. Ash rained down on Sicily and the surrounding islands. The eruption was so distinctive, so explosive, so unlike anything previously cataloged, that the scientist Giuseppe Mercalli came to study it personally on behalf of the Italian government. What he documented became the template. This specific style of eruption, viscous magma, violent blasts, huge projectiles, was named the Vulcanian eruption. After this island, every time volcanologists use that term anywhere in the world, in Hawaii and Japan and Iceland, they are referencing what happened here on this tiny Sicilian island in 1888. Oh, and the word volcano itself, that comes from Volcano 2 via the Roman god Vulcan. This island didn't just have eruptions, it named them. The Englishmen the volcano defeated. In 1860, when the old Bourbon rulers of Sicily lost power, an enterprising British businessman named James Stevenson spotted an opportunity. He bought the northern part of Volcano, built a villa, reopened the sulfur mines, and planted vineyards to produce Malmsey wine. For nearly 30 years, he lived there. He lived there as lord of his own volcanic island. Then 1888 arrived. As the eruption intensified over the following 2 years, Stevenson sold everything, his villa, his mines, his vineyards, to the local people. And then he left and he never came back. The island had been used as a prison, a crematorium, a forge of the gods. It had grown a new piece of itself from the seafloor. It had named every volcano on the planet. One determined Victorian stood no chance. Volcano is still alive today, still steaming, still waiting. Hmm.